Hello, welcome to my channel. In news of Twice's newly announced comeback in June, I decided to rank all their eras from debut to feel special, including all of their Japanese title tracks as well. The only eras that weren't accounted for were the Japanese eras where all they did was release Korean title tracks in Japanese. I don't really have any criteria for how these are ranked, but I'll give some reasoning with each. Before everyone comes for me, Twice is my alt group and I love all of their music and listen to it on a daily basis. Please don't get offended if your fave era is in the bottom. These are all my own opinions and you don't have to agree with them. Okay, that's all from me. Now on to the first era. Starting the list, we have Swing at spot 22. If you are a once and genuinely remember this era happening, please DM me because I really forgot it existed. I wasn't going to include it, but it did have a repackage album and was a new song. It's basically this low because I completely forgot it existed and it didn't even have a music video. That's why you're watching a special stage. The title track Swing is nice, but the fact I didn't remember it really shows where it is in my brain and what spot it deserves on this list. At number 21 we have The Best Thing I Ever Did. Overall this era is very wholesome, the music video is sweet, the album is pretty, and the styling was pretty basic. This era ranked so low mainly because so many onces genuinely forget it exists and I am one of them. I never really listen to this song unless I'm in my feels and wanna have a good crying session, but there's nothing really bad about it. Twice just have better eras making this one rank so low. Next at number 20 we have Stay By My Side. Again, this is an era that I genuinely forgot about, but there's really nothing wrong with it. The music video was really cute and the song is nice. It's just that I never catch myself listening to it. Twice have better titles that caused this to be pushed to the bottom, just like The Best Thing I Ever Did. At spot 19 we have Wake Me Up. There's nothing really wrong with this era. The dance was nice, styling was okay, and the music video was good too. The song just wasn't hitting for some reason. It got old really quickly due to the repetition and it just wasn't my taste overall. Also, the B-side Pink Lemonade is one of my least favorite B-sides Twice has ever put out. I really don't catch myself listening to songs from this era a lot, causing it to rank so low. Next up at 18 we have Happy Happy. This song again got really old because of the happy happy during the chorus and it just wasn't vibing with me. This was also the single that came out with Breakthrough and it got swept under the rug because of how much of a serve Breakthrough was. Again, there's nothing wrong with this era, it was cutesy Twice and had a nice dance practice in Hawaii, which is what you're watching now. Overall it wasn't bad and I do listen to it every so often, but just not constantly as I do with other title tracks. As expected, at number 17 we have Knock Knock. This is a title track a lot of onces dislike, but I genuinely do like it. The music video was cute, styling was nice, and unpopular opinion, the dance is one of my faves. The one huge pet peeve I have with this era is the physical album. It is not cute at all and had very odd stylistic choices, but let's not get into that. It's really not a bad era overall, it's just kind of boring and bland because it was only a repackage album. The only really amazing thing that came from this era was the B-side. It was very nice and one of my fave B-sides to this day. At number 16 we have One More Time. As a Japanese debut, this song was very catchy and Twice did a really good job overall. The styling was very cute, especially with the uniform type outfits. The dance was easy and very catchy, and the music video had a nice concept. There's not really anything bad I can say about this era, but over time I got bored of it and I wasn't in love with the B-side. It's just not an era I can listen to constantly, but only every so often. At spot 15 we have EDZ. This might be a more controversial choice as I know many onces adore this era, but I still do enjoy it. The concept was nice, mixing a darker side of Twice with the same cutesy feel they always have. The music video was iconic, introducing us to the lovelies. The styling was one of my faves and the dance was nice as well. The only downside to this era was that I didn't love the B-sides as much as other eras. Besides that, this era was overall very strong and probably would have ranked higher if the B-sides were different. Next up at spot 14 we have Candy Pop. Now this is one of their best Japanese titles by far. The dance was cute, styling was nice but low-key questionable, and the music video was cute as well. This song literally had me bopping for weeks when it came out. I didn't stop listening to it. The only downside to this era was the B-side, as it was cute but kind of a letdown compared to Candy Pop. If the B-side was better, this era would 100% be near the top of this list. At spot 13 we have the summer anthem Dance the Night Away. Don't get me wrong, this era is one of the best repackages Twice has ever done. The music video was really cute, and so was the dance. The biggest letdown was the outfits. They were really all over the place. The 3 B-sides that are on this album are nice but also not my faves. And also, can we talk about Chaeyoung's lack of lines this era? Anyway, this era was very iconic but it still had a lot of work to do. Taking the 12th spot on the list we have Breakthrough. Now let's talk about how much of a serve this era was. The music video was stunning, the styling was amazing, and the dance was beautiful. The only flaw to this era was the only B-side we got was fancy Japanese version. This era really showed a different side of Twice and for sure overshadowed Happy Happy. If this was a full Japanese comeback with real B-sides, it would have topped this list for sure. At number 11 we have the iconic bop What Is Love. This was my first ever comeback with Twice and it did not disappoint. The music video is one of my faves. The styling was really pretty, and the dance was complex but also really cute. For the next few eras it really comes down to B-sides, and this era is one of the weakest. There's nothing really wrong with these B-sides, but I tend to forget about them every so often, unlike other eras. Overall this era was really strong for Twice, but the B-sides moved it down in this list. Starting the top 10 list we have Fake and True. This era is by far the best Japanese title Twice has ever released. The music video was stunning. The dance was amazing, and for the most part the styling was so pretty. I literally bop to this title on a daily basis because that's how amazing it is. The only thing making this era number 10 is the B-sides. This album was really hit or miss with the B-sides, and I only really like a few of them. If the B-sides were different, this would for sure be in the top 5. Next at number 9 we have Signal. Now this is an era so many people hate for no reason. The concept was a little weird but the music video was very cute. The dance remains iconic to this day, and the styling is one of my faves. There really isn't anything wrong with this era, and it comes really close to all the other eras and B-sides. The only reason it's here is basically because I like other eras B-sides more than this one, but this whole era remained super iconic. At number 8 we have Yes or Yes. This era was really strong in the music video and dance category, but the outfits were clapped. I have no idea what happened with the styling, but let's move on from that mess. This era was very strong with all of the B-sides and the title track, but you could really tell the girls were overworked this era. If they had a longer break in between comebacks and had better styling, this era would probably be in the top 5. Next at spot 7 we have the one and only Cheer Up. This era is probably one of the most iconic eras for Twice in all of their history. It had an amazing music video, a super catchy dance and cohesive yet cute styling. There really isn't anything bad I can say about this era. It was iconic and will live on forever in K-pop history. It helped them put their name out there and gave them the traction to be where they are now. Really the only reason it's here is because of the B-sides, as I like them a lot, but other eras had better ones. Taking the 6th spot we have TT. This is also one of the most iconic eras for Twice along with Cheer Up. Everything was amazing about this era. The music video was pretty, the dance was simple yet very popular, and the styling is one of my faves. This era was amazing for Twice both in the title track and the B-sides. Everything was amazing. Really the only reason it's here is because I like small things about other eras more. Onto the top 5 we have Like OHHR. Twice debuted with this song and it really aged like fine wine. To this day I listen to it and it still remains a bop. The music video was amazing. The dance is both girly and badass like the concept. And the styling was low-key weird, but I'll give it a pass. Overall this era was extremely strong for the girls for being a debut. There's really nothing wrong with this era, it's just that in the top 5 there's a lot of competition with other eras and this one was the weakest. At spot number 4 we have Heart Shaker. Say whatever you want about this era being so high, but it deserves it. The music video was stunning. The dance was literally perfection and the styling was basic yet cute. Although this era was only a repackage and only had 2 new songs, they both served so hard. I bopped to both of them almost every single day. If this era wasn't a repackage and was a full comeback with new B-sides, it would for sure be fighting for the number 1 spot. Coming in at number 3 we have Feel Special. This era is really one of the best eras for Twice. The music video was stunning, dance was amazing, and the styling for most of the girls was beautiful. There was really nothing bad about this era, and with spots 2 and 3 it was very hard to decide which one is better than the other. This era got 3rd because I don't like the B-sides as much as the era that is in 2nd place, but overall this is one of my fave titles Twice has ever put out. I had to be super picky and it really only got this spot for very small things. Next at spot 2 we have Fancy. This is one of the most addicting eras ever besides the era in number 1. This whole era was perfect, the dance was amazing, the styling was perfect, and the music video was kind of low budget, but Twice still rocked it. I literally had this album on repeat for so long and I listened to the title track daily for about 6 months. There's really no reason it's not in number 1 because it really could be, but the music video being kind of low budget really threw me off from putting it there. Also the B-sides were amazing, but the era in number 1 has some of my most favorite B-sides ever. In the end this era was an absolute serve and will remain iconic forever. Finally taking the number 1 spot we have Likey. This era was the era that got me into Twice and let me say it's absolute perfection. The music video was amazing. The dance remains iconic, and the styling was really cute. I really cannot speak more highly of this era because everything was perfect. What really made this era shine was the B-sides. I literally like every single one of them and I listen to them all on a weekly basis. Also Mama's dance break and the rap in Likey really made me fall in love with this era even more. I really can go on and on for how amazing this era was, and I don't think anything will ever top it. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video, and I'm sorry for making you listen to this awful robot voice for the past 12.5 minutes. Comment down below how you would rank the eras because I would love to see. Remember to like and subscribe. All the links to the videos used will be in the description of this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.